Hey guys, Anthony Beckham here, lifelong resident of Roseburg, Oregon, and today we're gonna be talking about what to expect in the weather forecast year-round, all 4 seasons here in Roseburg. One thing I can guarantee is that the Roseburg weather is always a surprise. So for those of you that are thinking about moving here or visiting, Roseburg is a small town paradise here in the Pacific Northwest that's known for its temperate climate. So if you're looking for a reliable guide on what to expect from the weather here in Roseburg during all 4 seasons, you've come to the right place. It only seems appropriate to start with Roseburg winters, since right now we're about a week into the new year and there's no shortage of rain in the forecast. In the winter months from November to February, temperatures can range from lows of 25 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit at night and highs of around 50 degrees during the day. Of course, that means that it can get a little chilly here in the winter months, so if you are thinking about visiting or moving here, make sure that your wardrobe is ready for some layering. If you're looking for snow, unfortunately, you won't find much of it here in Roseburg, Oregon. Snow can be expected, however, it is rare, but does happen occasionally if temperatures are cold enough. So sometimes we'll get a little bit of snowfall over the night, maybe once or twice a year, and usually that's gone by noon. Any kind of accumulation of snow typically doesn't stick around for more than 24 hours. Luckily, during the winter season, it's not uncommon for us to have snow-capped mountains all around the valley. So if you're into some winter weekend activities, having snowball fights, sledding, going and getting yourself a Christmas tree up in the snowy woods, all of those things are still available to you within an hour drive. From March through June, we get to enjoy the spring season here in Roseburg, Oregon, where the temperatures start to rise and rainfall also starts to increase. Average low temperatures hover around 40 degrees and highs can reach into the mid-70s. This time of year does see more rain than in the summer months, so make sure that if you are visiting that you bring a good rain jacket, because for some reason people in the Pacific Northwest don't use umbrellas. But they're also probably smart enough not to go stand out in the rain for an hour to make a video. With spring comes longer days and more sunshine, making it a great time to go out and explore what Roseburg has to offer. Everything is green, the flowers are blooming with vibrant colors and fragrances. The Umpqua Valley's more than 30 wineries are beautiful this time of year. This is also the time of year that the Umpqua National Forest waterfalls are at their most impressive with the extra rainfall. If there was a negative side to spring, it would certainly be that all that greenery and blooming flowers can also bring with it seasonal allergies. Now, Zyrtec and Claritin, those over-the-counter medications can work wonders if you're just visiting. But as a lifelong resident here in the Valley, I have pretty bad allergies, and last year was the first time that I got the shot from my doctor. It was cheap, it was quick, it was easy, and then I didn't have to worry about taking a pill every day, and it was more effective. So if you plan on moving here, the shot, if you have seasonal allergies, might be the better way to go. However, Claritin Zyrtec will do the trick if you plan on visiting. Summertime here in Roseburg brings with it hot days averaging between 80 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, with warm nights averaging in the 60s. Rainfall remains relatively light during the season, though there may be occasional thunderstorms throughout July and August. With the later summer months here being a lot more dry, our beautiful green hillsides about mid-July will start to turn brown and will return to that beautiful green that we remember by the end of the year. The climate here in Roseburg, Oregon is actually moderate enough that I didn't even have AC for years. I would just open the windows at night whenever it cools off. However, with those 80 and 90 plus degree days, you're gonna wish that you had AC. We do get these heat waves towards the end of the summer usually that may last a handful of days where you may get, 100 degree plus weather, but that usually doesn't last more than a handful of days and doesn't happen more than once or twice a year. Another thing that our summer months have been bringing for the last few years are what many on the West Coast are now calling our smoke or fire season. Now, born and raised here over the last 30 years, this wasn't really an issue. It was never something whenever I was a kid. However, I don't know if we just had an unlucky last handful of years or what, but during the summer months, it's not uncommon for us to have weeks at a time where it's pretty smoky outside and not very enjoyable. My understanding is that the smoke is actually a lot worse once you get to the other side of the pass, Southern Oregon areas, Grants Pass, Medford, Ashland area because a lot of that Northern California smoke doesn't quite make it over the pass to affect us. But even with that being said, we still have experienced quite a bit of smoke. We are in a drought. We have been for the last handful of years. So I'm hoping that that's all it is and that eventually it won't be so bad. But I'd have to mention these last couple of years, we have seen weeks at a time where it's pretty darn smoky. If you've been considering a move to Roseburg, Oregon, then you may have heard about our rainfall. But how much does it really rain here in Roseburg? As far as precipitation goes, expect rain year-round with about 138 days of measurable rainfall. Now, with that being said, obviously the majority of days are sunny. In the mornings, it may be overcast, a little cloudy, but usually that will burn off by 11 a.m. or noon. According to the National Weather Service, Roseburg averages around 36 inches of rain per year, which is just slightly above the national average. The wettest months are typically November through January with very little rain June through September. Roseburg does get more than its fair share of rain, mostly through the winter and spring, and it certainly makes up for it with plenty of sunny days throughout the year. Fall, September through November brings cooler temps as well as an increase in rainfall after the dry summer months. Average low temps drop back down into the 40s while highs remain in the 60 to 70 degree range until late October or early November when they begin their descent towards winter temperatures again. Autumn is my absolute favorite season here in Roseburg and a great time to visit. Not only do you have the leaves changing color, but it's just perfect sweater weather and a beautiful time to live here in Roseburg. Whether you're already living here or planning on moving soon, we hope that this guide gives you a better idea of what to expect here from the weather in Roseburg, Oregon. From outdoor adventures like hiking and river rafting to cozy indoor activities like wine tasting tours or visiting local shops near downtown, crisp fall afternoons, great for hikes through the Umpqua National Forest. There are plenty of fun activities to enjoy during all 4 seasons. So come see all that Roseburg has to offer and see why so many people are choosing to call Roseburg, Oregon home. And so if you guys have any questions about the area or if you're thinking of moving here yourself, we help over 100 families move here every year and we would love to hear from you. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. I also got a subscribe button that we're gonna put right up here for you so you can stay tuned on what's going on in Roseburg and more videos so you can see what it looks like in every season here in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon. So thank you guys so much and we'll see you in the next one. See ya. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring.